Okay, welcome everyone. So glad that you're here today to learn a little bit more and to expand your horizons. I love that. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to jump right in to be respectful of your time and make sure that we gain as much ground as we possibly can as quickly as possible. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Set a little bit of context. My name is Jeff. I sold 52 million, 162 homes in my third year in real estate. Was a professor before that, a business coach, growth leader at this company called eXp Realty, one of the leaders in the thing we're talking about today, the community. And I love jazz, boats, dogs, comedy. It's a good time to be alive. Love life, period. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the community and why so many agents are joining us and how we can give everything that we do to agents for free. And our goal today is to just show why so many top agents are growing their real estate business with the community and why you should too, or at least consider it, which is why you're here. That's awesome. What is the community? Well, first off, what do? We help agents to succeed. It's all we do. We're very, very good at it. But first, here's how. We have a private leadership group inside the community. It's a smaller portion of the community, which is comprised of just leaders. I'll introduce you to some of them later in the call. And the goal of those leaders is to build the community, strategize growth, design curriculum, do coaching and mentoring trainings, all this stuff in service of the greater group, which is the full community. That's success coaches. We've got live webinars, trainings, onboarding support, production trainings, coaching, webinars, and recruiting trainings, coaching, webinars, and even side-by-side support, which we know is so important for agents that are on the move, growing their business quickly. Our mission is to help all of our agent partners to increase production, build passive and residual income, save for retirement, reduce expenses, and increase life value, and that we must do all of it for free. It's a big deal. It's a big ask. How did we do it? We're going to cover that in a second. A little bit more on what we do. So a lot of what we have is on-demand online content that we're either currently recording or have previously recorded. Previously recorded, we have over 2,000 hours worth of training. This includes top-level national ranked courses that we used to sell for $1,000 a piece. Now we're including all of that for the entire group at no cost because we really believe in helping agents, quite frankly, make their lives better and improve their production, improve their financial outcomes, and therefore their life outcomes. We also have all these weekly live trainings that you can see there at the bottom. Everything from open coaching to this concept, which is the community explained, helping to introduce people to what we do. We do an attraction mastermind every single week, and we have our concepts of real estate 90-minute training, core 90 training. The initiative is our private leadership group. So all of that is happening every single week in service of the community. Our core 90 training, man, it doesn't matter what you're looking to learn. If you want to grow your business, your life, your personal income, your asset class, wealth, passive income, the whole bit, we're covering that at some point on core 90. Every week rotates into a different concept. We have, oh my gosh, financial mastery training, short-term rental strategies. We're doing how to build your YouTube channel, put automation, AI, machine learning into your business, CRM techniques, everything you can imagine. We've had top people from all across the industry coming in there. Here's just a few of the trainings we did recently. You take a screenshot of that. But we also recently brought in TED Talk business coach and president of Success Enterprises, Jarek Robbins, to personally business coach the entire community, everyone in the group. Oh my gosh, talk about a big deal. That's about as big as it gets. So production courses focused on anything that you want to learn. So everything from lead generation, from listings, these are courses now that we've bottled, we've put them in there. They're pre-packaged, preloaded, ready to digest. It's awesome. YouTube for leads, automation. Maybe you want to use LinkedIn to grow your business. That's awesome. Locking in builder contracts. Man, we had a woman, she did a training a couple weeks ago, amazing. And in her training, she was talking about how she put a contract together, took 27 listings sitting at one table. That, my friends, that's the kind of stuff we want everyone to know about. Some of you are focused on building your team or building your footprint in your brokerage. We want to help you with that too. So we have recruiting training and what we call direct white label leverage support. We can talk to you about how that works. This is so that you can grow your team faster. This is really where we come alongside you and help you, because what we found is that One can win, two can win faster, and we really want to be that number two with you, supercharging your efforts, helping you to win at the highest level. We also get all this other stuff that's on here. You can see we're negotiating discounts on continuing education for our members. We've got terrific leadership, launch trainings for all the agents. We have a super active Facebook group. But as I mentioned before, our challenge has always been, how do we offer all of that? It's a lot for free without paying anybody to do it. That doesn't make any sense. So the answer was simple. It was inside an existing brokerage model that we got introduced to, and we're also going to introduce it to you as part of this conversation today, which was eXp Realty. It's an international brokerage in 23 countries, all 50 states in the United States, runs as a single brokerage, not a franchise. Really exciting. And the business model of that brokerage is perfect for us. We believe it's perfect for you because with the combination of what we do at the community and what eXp is doing, it really becomes about your real estate business, your brokerage ownership, and your growth opportunities. And we just think that this is so important. We're going to break these down one by one. And again, we're going to try and be respectful of time. So we'll kick it forward nice and quick. So the biggest problem that we happen to know exists in any real estate business, or for that matter, any business, is wasteful spending. But like other disruptors, eXp solved this problem, and they did it the same way everyone does. Reduce the need for a location, right? Successes today are all about that. So what does that mean? Well, it means moving away from brick and mortar. Well, that's never going to work. Really? Do you remember Blockbuster Video when they turned down Netflix? Netflix said, hey, do you want to buy us early on? Blockbuster was like, that's all right. We're going to win this game. Netflix was like, okay, and then went on to put them out of business. And I think it only took 12 months, right? Cloud video rental. Interesting. That was a new concept. It was strange to everybody. Everybody said, that's not going to work. And then it took over. And then along came cloud shopping. You remember that little company, Amazon? And Circuit City said, yeah, that's all right. We're going to be just fine, right? Have you seen a Circuit City lately? I doubt it. Cloud taxi came along, and all those yellow cab operators thought we're going to be just fine. And then cloud real estate brokerage has come along. And interestingly, eXp Realty, for the past, I don't know, it's been at least 6 years that I've been here, we've been the #1 fastest growing brokerage in the history of all of real estate brokerage. Why are agents flocking to this brand? Well, that has to do with why cloud brokerage is so significant. So what is a cloud brokerage? Well, it's about access, but it's an anytime, anywhere office. It's real, guys. You can log into the office from any of your devices. But instead of spending tons of money on an empty building, we give the money back to agents. So we're not spending money on air conditioning and toilets and toilet paper and janitors and fax machines and a plunger, right? Instead, we're spending that money on technology, tools, lead systems, training, support, leverage for our agents to help them to sell more real estate and put more money in their pockets to support their families, right? Because why do you care about an empty building? You just don't. So why does eXp World matter, though? I was doing a tour with a friend of mine the other day. She was looking at the brokerage. By the way, she joined, so that's exciting. And she said, well, how does this even work? I said, look, let me log in real quick. I'm going to show you how this works, right? Because at your brokerage, how many staff do you have? And she was like, well, we've got 4. I was like, man, that's a big office. That's exciting. And what happens if those 4, they kind of get sick or they're not in? Well, then we just wait for them to come back. Okay, that's awesome. Well, we have over 600 staff in our office. They're 60 hours a week, right? And they're fully available for you to answer your questions, broke out into departments so that there's redundancy. So if I go into the accounting department and the one person that I needed to speak to is not there, that's okay, because there's 23 people standing behind them, all of whom can fully answer my question and help me. It's incredible. The other thing about eXp World that's made it really possible for us to do is to do national and international level trainings on demand. So we have over 50 hours a week of live training broken down into every topic. It doesn't matter what you're looking for: sales, listings, lead generation, social media, CRM, YouTube, the kit and caboodle, the whole kitchen sink's in there. We've got 20,000 hours of recorded content that the brokerage gives us. And you're saying, well, is this stuff any good? It's the best in the industry. And here's how I know. eXp hacked the system and they figured it out. They said, what would it look like if we just gave a huge ownership bonus that we can make available to every single agent in the company? It's not a secret, but if you earn it, we're going to ask you to teach a class, and then we're going to record that class in addition to doing it live. And then we turn that into what we call eXp University. Guys, think about this. All the top agents, and we have agents selling over 2,000 houses a year, and they are doing trainings that you get to attend for free. F-R-E-E, free, no cost. That is an amazing benefit to all of our agents. Additionally, eXp works as a single brokerage, not a series of thousands of franchise locations, all operating as solo brokerages, where you might, if you're licensed in Georgia and Florida, you might need to pay fees in Florida and Georgia at another brokerage. At eXp, that wasn't the case anymore. Yet another thing that we at the community truly loved about the model. We said, wow, that could be really great for agents who are having to span their license across multiple states, or maybe they wanted to expand their team. Okay, so at eXp, one national cap, one set of fees. By the way, husband and wife, you can also share a national cap all together. No big deal. You can just contribute to it. It's a great deal. Daily live online gatherings, and talk about a supercharged referral network. I was at a very large brokerage before I came to eXp. I thought we had a great referral network. Nothing like this. Guys, referrals are changing hands. This is amazing. It's such a great opportunity. We had some partners down in Los Angeles. They wanted to get started. They plugged into the referral network. They did 24 million. Their first year in LA, they knew nobody, guys. This is real deal stuff. But eXp has gone even further. They've given all these great solutions. I'm going to break these down one at a time here so that you understand what they are. But the best technology tools, and remember, this brokerage doesn't act like a tech company. This brokerage is a tech company. There's a huge difference, right? So we're not acting like something that we are not. We are actually a tech company. We were founded in the digital space, so it makes sense. So what we decided is, let's give our agents the very best tech tools on the planet so that they can supercharge their business. eXp Enterprise, and by the way, I've probably coached north of 2,000 real estate agents. What I've noticed is that it's really tough for agents to tell what their numbers are for the year. How much did you sell last year, right? Units, volume, GCI, doesn't matter, net profit, they don't know. And that's okay, right? Why? Because the brokerage isn't helping them to get that data very easily. You have to like dig and keep records and all this stuff that we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off, doing open houses, trying to just make ends meet. And I understand that. eXp went the distance. They said, listen, we'll give you all your details, all your business stats right away, right on the surface. You can see how many closed deals, what's your average monthly production, everything. And they even put stock awards, equity program, real-time performance reports. This is unbelievable. SkySlope is our transaction coordination, digital document signature, running your business, top grade security, stores all your files for you. You can run your whole business from your cell phone, right? Unbelievable. And it comes included with the tech suite for all of us. And by the way, if you've never used it, it operates on a red light, yellow light, green light. Once everything's green, you're good to close. It's super easy and intuitive. Love it. Workplace, which is by Meta, the artist formerly known as Facebook, is a business tool and solution that acts just like Facebook, but it's a closed environment just for agents and staff from the company. Well, what we found is this is a super powerful tool for us to be able to communicate inside the company, make sure that we're all up to date. Again, right there on your phone, there's an app. You can call anyone in the company just by pressing a button. Unbelievable. Makes it super easy. You don't have to go looking someone up on a directory and blah-de-doo-de-da. It's much easier. KV Core. Now, if you are not familiar with this Lamborghini of technology software for agents who would like more business, right? If you want more listings or more buyers, this is the tool. Okay, this is unlimited landing pages, lead generation, CRM, full automation, artificial intelligence, and machine learning all built into one. You want to send a text message to 2,000 leads? Let's go. You want to send an email every week to your database? Let's go. It's all built in and it's ready out of the box. Now, KV Core, if you buy it on the open market, it's about, last I checked, $600 a month for a single agent. $3,500 if you're running a team, right? It's a huge, very robust platform. When I came to the company, I was like, well, I'm sure you're giving some kind of dumbed down version, missing some buttons and what? Nope. Nope. We're giving the whole meal deal to all of our agents. How are we doing that? Hey, remember, Jeff, remember how we're not wasting half of our money paying for empty buildings? Oh, cool, right? So instead of having to pay to keep the lights on and run the air conditioner and all that crap, now you can get best in class technology. So you want to look great out there in the marketplace. You want your apps to really work. You want to have client-facing sites that actually communicate directly with your clients on your behalf until they're ready to go and then sets appointments for you. This thing is a monster. Used it in our business. Again, closing over 160 units a year. Amazing. It's the best. Okay. Marketing and branding. Listen, we want you to have the best brand out there and to be notable, but we don't want you spending all of your time designing flyers and brochures and all this stuff. base level behaviors, right? Super low level stuff. You don't need to be spending time on that. So we've built into the company pre-approved, pre-designed brochures, flyers, business cards, signs, the whole thing. You can be up and running right away. We've even pre-negotiated with a national printer. You just hit print on there. It comes to your front door, right? App, front door. Boom. It's the Amazon model. We're giving that to agents. It's the best thing I've ever seen. We also have preferred partners in every line of the business that you can possibly think of, full vertical integration in your business. I always like to point out on here express offers because I think it's awesome. For a lot of you, you've seen iBuyers come into the marketplace. They're clouding up the space, right? Making it challenging for you to really know how to kind of stay part of the transaction because they're trying to carve agents out of the deal. eXp said, nope, we're coming along with that. They brought out express offers right away. They pivoted and they said, guess what? We're also going to do an iBuyer program. The only difference is the agents get paid a full commission. How do you like that? That's called taking care of your agents. We love it. And it gives you the opportunity. You could go to a for sale by owner tomorrow, make an offer. Ba-boom, right? And you get paid a commission. eXp gave us even more. NAR tells us that about a third of all realtors are uninsured. So eXp said, nope, that's not good enough. We got to take care of our agents, baby. Listen, let's give them agent health care options, right? This has never been done before. You may have thought, well, I've heard. No, you hadn't, because this was the first. Okay, check it out. They said they partnered up with Clearwater Health. They brought in the very best options. And I've had agents who are taking a family of 4 or 5 through this program. The best I heard was $18,000 a year. They saved $18,000 less per year. Guys, that is massive. Okay, so let's look really quickly at the eXp business model so you can understand how that works. First off, they don't have desk fees, royalty fees, or franchise fees, right? Because they're not a franchise, they don't have a king or a queen, and there's no desks. It makes total sense. The commission and cap structure, 80-20 commission split. What if I'm a high flyer? 80-20. What if I'm a low flyer? 80-20. Doesn't matter where you land. It's the same business model for everybody. But hang on, it gets better. This is really cool. So 80-20 up to a $16,000 cap for the year. Now, if you're a commercial broker, we do have a different model. Reach out. We'll break that down for you. After that, you earn 100% on a $250 cap transaction fee, right? So if you're closing and you get a $100,000 check, 100,000 minus $250, you're still having a good day, right? So this is how this works. Standard cost, $149 to change your life, $85 a month starting in month 2 moving forward to have all of those cloud brokerage elements and eXp University, KV course, SkySlope, all of it. $25 per transaction for your deals. To have a broker review all of your files, make sure that you're legally compliant. And then $40 for risk management. This is your errors and omissions, your malpractice insurance for real estate, right? Keeps your butt out of jail. We got to keep you clean, all right? But that caps out at $500 for the year as well. There are no other fees. Oh, excuse me, I forgot this one over here. Once you've hit that cap transaction fee of $5,000, excuse me, $250 if they add up to $5,000. That's 20 deals, right? 5,000. Yeah, there we go. 5,000 divided by 250 is 20 deals. If you do that, then it drops again. So it gets even better. Okay. I forgot to tell you that it gets better and it drops to 75. And oh, by the way, the company gives you your $16,000 cap back in ownership in the company, in the corporation. So, you know, let that sink in really quickly. So if you're a great producer, what are you on? You're on the 100% plan, right? But we don't give you 100% from day one. You contribute in, and then we give you ownership in the company. Why? Because, well, we'll see in a second. Let's take a quick real estate quiz. Is it better to own or to rent? Well, obviously, Jeff, it's better to own. We just talked about ownership. I'm going to show you how we take every single one of our productive real estate agents and we make them an owner at the company. This is another huge advantage and why we at the community believe this is the best opportunity for real estate agents. You know, my business coach once asked me, said, how much is any brokerage worth if there's no agents in it? And I was like, yeah, I mean, nothing, obviously. And he's like, right. Because all the value in a brokerage is in who? And I was like, oh, well, that's an interesting perspective shift. It's in the agents. He said, yes, that's right. It's in the agents. He said, so now think about it this way. What if you sold any given brokerage? It still has all the agents in it, right? Like a normal brokerage. How much money does the owner share with you if you're a producing agent? So therefore, you've created part of the value that they just sold. They sold your value. How much of your value do they give you in a paycheck? Wait, still zero. And he goes, why not? And I got to be honest with you guys, I'd never considered that before. I was kind of dumbfounded. I was like, I don't know, it's always been that way. He's like, yeah, that's not good enough. So our belief is that ownership equals freedom for everyone at eXp. And we believe that if you create the value, then you should get the big fat paycheck when your value is being sold. Give me an amen out there. I hope you're at home going, well, come on. Obviously, that makes sense. So check out, this is how the company handled that. Because obviously, when you're doing that across a large agent base, you have to figure out, how do we determine who gets what ownership? Okay, we do that by being public. We're traded on the NASDAQ, right? This is New York Stock Exchange. This is the big boys and the bigger. We're at the adults table, right? This is awesome. And what we do is we have a series of production and attraction awards. These are things that we believe add value to the company. So if you add value in these prescribed ways, then we will give you a commensurate amount of ownership because you've added so much value. So cool. So every single year, when you do your first transaction, you get free shares of stock. This is free. I've heard people call them stock options. No, an option you have to purchase is not an option. This is a stock award. There's a huge difference. It's FREE. You cannot buy anything for free. This is free, man. It's awesome. All right. When you fully cap every single year, you get even more shares. Every time you sponsor an agent, this just means that somebody comes to the company, one of your friends, a family member, somebody gets licensed that, doesn't matter. They come join, they say, hey, Bob or Sally told me to do it. Awesome. You're their sponsor. Boom. You get even more shares. Icon award. This one happens if you cap and then you do another 20 transactions, you hit that $5,000 in post-cap transaction fees. The company then gives you a $16,000 stock award. You do have to do a couple other things, like I mentioned before. You have to teach a class. They'd like for you to show up at an event, right? Because if you're iconic, we'd like to show you off a little bit, right? That's awesome. But trust me, you get really, really, really great recognition at those stuff. It's so fun. All right. And then the equity program, we also allow our agents to contribute 5%. You don't have to do it, but I would encourage it, by the way. 5% of every single transaction to buy company stock at 10% off of market value. Oh, really? That sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Yeah, there is no catch. That's just the company believing that agents who own a lot of this company will treat it like they own it, right? Who treats a property better, an owner or a renter? We know it's an owner, so we want you to be an owner. That's part of the goal here, right? It's amazing. So let's also talk about the growth opportunity, because I've had people say, how in the heck is it possible that this company has exploded so fast? Previously unknown a few years back, now the largest by transaction count single brokerage in the US. Unbelievable. How did that happen? Right? Soon to be in the world. Really, really exciting. Well, first we have to ask a different question. What happened to all the money that eXp is not spending on empty offices? Well, our founder said, what if we just gave 50% of our revenue, which is about what most brokerages spent, but instead of about, we're giving exactly 50% of company revenue back to our agents in support of growth, instead of into barely used buildings. Because our belief is that you're either building someone else's retirement or you're building your own. So I would ask you, whose retirement have you been building? It's an interesting question. At eXp, if you happen to bring a productive real estate agent, then the company pays you a small referral on every deal they close. Now we say productive because if you bring a not productive agent, then the company pays you nothing because that agent isn't closing anything. The company makes money, you make money. That's great. But here's what's interesting. The company extended that out 7 degrees of influence. Why would they do that, Jeff? Well, because listen, if you owned a real estate brokerage and you're the one owner and you bring an agent and they bring a friend and that friend brings a friend and that friend's friend brings a friend, et cetera, you're the owner, you still get paid. This is the ownership opportunity, right? We don't sell franchise locations for $2 million per location and then make you take 10 years to dig out of that black hole. Instead, we charge you $149 to get started, and you can build your own brokerage tomorrow inside this model. And I have people say all the time, well, it sounds like building a brokerage within a brokerage, right? Yeah, it's exactly that. Let's look at how it works. The math is interesting. So on the right-hand side, we say tier 1, tier 2. That's just someone that you personally brought to the company, and then someone that they brought, and then someone that they brought, right? And it keeps going out. 7 degrees of influence, right? This is an amazing business model. And by the way, I'll have you know, if you're worried about this money going out the door, this money's always exists. It's just usually going to one person or two people in the company, right? As opposed to doing it that way, we said, let's make it a little bit more holistic. Let's give everyone the same exact opportunity in this company to grow wealth, to have an infinite lifestyle if that's what they want. Now, if you happen to bring a producing agent, that agent will, you can earn up to, but not exceeding $2,800 per year based on their production. It pays out at 3.5% of the gross. If they bring someone, you could earn up to $3,200 per year per person, right? And that pays out at 3.8 plus 0.2 or 4% of the gross. There are some qualifications required in terms of what you personally have done to grow your team. But if you're focused on this, guys, this grows unbelievably fast. In fact, let me show you a couple math examples. You'll start to understand the power of this, that those of us who are really, like, honestly, when I show this to top tier business owners, people who really understand business and are sophisticated in the way that they run their real estate practice, every single time I get from them, this is the best thing I've ever seen in real estate, because they get it, guys. So I'll just say, stay tuned in here. I don't want you to miss it, okay? So look, here's a real quick math example so you understand the power. And I'm going to keep going. We're going to go through 3 consecutive examples. Number 1, Agent Amanda sponsors Agent Adam to eXp Realty. Agent Adam closes his first deal, pays him $10,000 gross commission. This is pre-splits, okay? So then he splits off, he pays eXp, does his thing, he gets his check. Amanda gets a $350 thank you check from the company. Doesn't hurt the agent, doesn't hurt Adam in this case, when the deal closes. How cool is that, guys? It's amazing, right? That's more than most rental properties, if you're using leverage, pay you per month. It's incredible. All right, but check this one out. What if you were to say, well, I want to be a little bit more aggressive, Jeff. I think I could get 6 of my friends to come follow me. I've got at least 6 people who would listen when I talk and might check this thing out, right? If that's your level of influence, that's incredible. I love that, right? And so guess what? If those agents are like you and they're doing well in their business, in most markets, about 8 transactions to hit capping. So they're not even selling 1 a month, right? So they're capping, that's $2,800 per agent. Add that up, $16,800 per year in passive income. I don't know most real estate agents who are making $16,800 a year in passive income, but here's what's exciting. That offsets your entire cap at the eXp model. And if you're an icon agent, you get your cap back anyway in stock. So now you're doubling down, baby. You're making money from day one. You're cash flow positive on a business you paid $149 to join. That's silly money, right? But let's go even deeper. What if you said, well, Jeff, hold on. What if I stopped at 5 and I just kind of held the line there with 5 great people? Boom, it's pushing off $14,000 a year in passive income. But then I really want to activate as a leader, right? Second, third level of leadership in this case, right? First level is you got to lead yourself, hold yourself accountable. Usually we learn that while we're showing up for work, taking listings, working with buyers. We learn how to lead ourselves, hold ourselves accountable. Second level is I will lead other people. Third level is I will lead through people, right? So let's do that. Let's show them how to do what we just did. And they're all each going to go bring in 5 apiece. Well, that pushes off another 25 onto your second tier of your organization. Now, if you made the focus talking to cappers, then we would take 3,200 times that 25 or another 80,000, and that creates $94,000 a year in passive income. Well, again, I don't know most real estate agents who are creating $94,000 per year in passive income. But I like to ask, what would you do with $94,000 a year in passive income? I mean, would you pay off some debt, right? It feels good to kind of lift the weight out of the backpack. Sometimes it feels like we're carrying around 12 bricks in there. Maybe pay for college for the kids, change their life, right? That's amazing. A little bit more you time or some family time, right? Go to the beach, go to Disney, whatever your flavor is. And then what about a stress-free retirement? How good would it feel to know that you're not heading toward a catastrophe, right? You're heading toward victory. At the end of this whole thing is amazing. I know agents who've turned it around fast inside this model, and you can too. It's awesome. And here's the bottom line. The community was designed to help agents do all of this, everything from the production and really building my sales business, making sure I'm taking more listings, making sure I'm working with the right number of buyers, pay all my bills, feel flush. But additionally, attracting agents, we help you do this the right way from the start. We come up alongside you as a white label. When I say white label, the community is yours. If you're joining with somebody who's already in the community becomes your asset to offer to others, and it pays forward that way. But wouldn't you agree? Right now, things are changing a lot in real estate. And Einstein told us that the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. I always like to rephrase this one. I always say, the measure of your intelligence is your ability to change. And we all think change is scary, but Einstein says it's not scary, it's smart. And you're not alone to make this smart choice. 86,000 other agents already love eXp Realty, and we're growing by more than 1,000 agents per week are joining this brokerage. Think about that, guys. That is unfathomable. It's never been done before. And the community is attracting top leaders. I mean, just look at some of these metrics. Craig owned $1 billion brokerage. Jake does over 500 units a year. Scott's a top team production coach at Eisenhower. Brian's a 4-time Icon Award winner. Heather's a Buffini coach. Joe's won the Icon Award 4 times. I mean, the hits just keep coming. Allie, certified coach and team lead, multiple Icon Award winner. Lexi's top 100th of 1% growth leader at eXp. Joanne's a mega team owner, 3-time Icon. John's an investment property coach and 1/10 of 1% growth leader. Liz is a 4-time Icon award-winning agent. And you already know this guy. We've got greatly, this doesn't even scratch the surface of the level of talent that is inside this organization. So I have to ask, are you ready to change? Are you ready to make a difference, not just for yourself, but for your family? Well, I love my broker. Yeah, but you love your family more. You do. We both know it. I don't even know you yet. I'm excited to get to know you. But I got to tell you, I know you love your family more than you love your broker, unless you're married to them, in which case bring their butt along. Let's do this thing together. Let's change a lot of lives. Let's make an impact. The person who sent you here today can get you signed up. That person will be your sponsor. It takes about 15 minutes. Let me show you the process really fast. Number one, apply for eXp Realty. Takes 15 minutes. Does not move your license. Doesn't move your license. This does not move your license, and it's 100% confidential. Stays inside the company. They will need your license information, banking info, and credit card. Why? Because they're going to simply vet your license initially to make sure that you don't have any infractions or registered complaints. Number two, then you can move your license. They will contact you and ask for another signature to authorize the license move. So you're safe. Takes about 2 business days right now. Again, we're bringing 1,000 people a week. Register then with the community once your license is moved. And again, just as a reiteration, the community is only available for agents sponsored to eXp Realty by current members of the community, right? That's the only way we do business. It's how this thing rocks and rolls. We are the ribbon that wraps around the box that is eXp Realty. So we just make it all pretty and add a lot to it. It's really, really fun. We were loving what we're doing. We want you to get started even faster though. And so what we've done is we've created an exclusive eXp Realty launch training. We don't want you to wait around for your own success, man. Jump in, let's get busy. And so every single agent that joins us gets access to this and a whole host of other trainings and online courses, really amazing stuff, as well as all of our live stuff. But this one in particular, we want you to go through this. It's going to introduce you to the lay of the land, get you set up in all your system, stuff that takes other people 6 months to figure out how to set up. You're going to have it done in about an hour. Okay, you go through, check off all the check boxes. It's really amazing. And I just got to say at the end here, this company, this opportunity, this business, and the people inside this company have absolutely changed my life and the life of my family forever. I couldn't be more thrilled, and I can't wait to welcome you aboard eXp Realty, the rocket ship that is going to outer space, and your seat on the bus, which is part of the community. We would love to partner with you to take your business and your life to the next level. Thanks so much for being here today. We can't wait to work with you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.